Now let's see this question on bar graphs. So this diagram is called as bar graph, right? You will see the bars like this. Now generally what you are supposed to know is from this diagram, depending on the height of the bar, you should estimate the value by looking at the values in the y-axis, right? So I'll tell you how to do it. Let me read out the question first. Study the graph and answer the questions given below. Number of employees in 1000, which means the units here given are in 1000. The number of employees in 1000 who got promoted every year in two different companies A and B. Now company A is represented by this symbol and company B is represented by this symbol. Okay, so now they are saying that this particular graph, I mean if you look at this particular bar, the one with dots, this corresponds to company A and it corresponds to the number of employees who got promoted in the year 2002. So this number represents the year. Got it? And how many employees got promoted? For that you have to look at this y-axis. From the y-axis, by looking at the height of this graph, you are supposed to deduce it, right? So here, now by looking at it on the board, you might not be able to exactly figure out, but if you look at it in the paper or on the computer screen, it will be easy for you, right? So here you can assume that this one is exactly equal to 2 here. Okay, then this corresponds to 2, but then it is said that it is given in thousands, therefore it corresponds to the value 2k, right? So that is how you are supposed to deduce the values. And now if you observe it, this is exactly in between, I mean even though it might not look like that, this is exactly in between 3 and 4, therefore we can assume that this value corresponds to 3.5, and since it is given in thousands, you can say that it is 3.5 thousand, 3,500. Got it? So like that you can write down all the numbers and then you can answer the question. So what is this number mean? So this particular 2000 means that company A in 2002, the number of employees who got promoted is 2000. And now similarly this number represents, this one actually represents company B's bar. It means that company B in 2002 has 3.5 thousand employees promoted. That is the meaning of it. Okay, fine. And now the question is, what was the total number of employees who got promoted in company B over all the years put together? Now if you take company B, right, so company B is represented by this one. Now they are asking us what is the total number of employees who got promoted over all the years, right? So you are supposed to find out the values of all such bars and you are supposed to add them all up, right? So this one is 3.5k and the next one is, this one is exactly at 4, therefore 4k, 4000, and the next one is again at 4, therefore 4k, 4000, and the next one, if you see it, it is between 5 and 6. See, this one you will be able to see it clearly if you look at it in a computer screen in the exam, or on a paper you will be able to trace it out, but here just go with me. Okay, now here it is 5.5k, right, and this one is 5, this one is standing at 5, so it is 5k, and this one is standing at 6, so it is 6k. Now you are supposed to add all these numbers. What are the numbers? Since they are talking about company B, right, so 3.5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5.5 plus 5 plus 6, if you add them all together, it is going to be 28k, which means total 28,000 employees got promoted over all the years from company B. That is the meaning of it. And now if you look at the next question, what was the average number of employees who got promoted in company A over all the years? So exactly the same kind of question. Again you are supposed to find out what each bar represent, what is the value represented by it, and you have to sum them all up and then divide by the number, so that you will get the average. So now here if you observe it, this one is giving you 2k and this one is giving you 3.5k and this one is giving you 5k and this one is giving you 6k and 4k and 6.5k. okay, so just go with me. Later while practicing the questions on this, you can look at the map and then deduce the values. Okay, now what is it they are asking? They are asking us for the average. So average means you have to add them all up and divide by 6, because over 6 years they have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if I add them all up, the average happened to be, the sum happened to be 27,000, and if I divide by 6, it is 4,500. Okay, fine. So on the same data given, we shall see more questions here. Okay, now let's see this question. What was the ratio of the number of employees who got promoted in year 2003 in company A to the number of employees who got promoted in year 2005 in company B? So what we are supposed to see is, in 2003 in company A, and then we have to find out how many employees got promoted in 2005 in company B, and then we are supposed to find out the ratio. Now let's see, let's locate where these bars are. So 2003 means here, right, and then company A. So if you see company A, it is dotted, which means this is the number, right? So this is the graph they are talking about, this one, and the number is 3.5k. So it is 3.5k is to, now if you observe this, 2005 in company B. So 2005 is this and company B is this, right, which means 5.5k. Okay, so this is going to be 7:11. That is the ratio. And next one is, in which year was the total number of employees who got promoted in companies A and B is the second highest? So for the next question, you are supposed to add these two numbers, the total number of employees who got promoted in both the companies. See, in which year was the total number of employees who got promoted in companies A and B, which means you are supposed to add these two, and now you are supposed to find out where it is second highest, right? So the simple method is add for every year these two numbers and then find out what is the first highest and second highest. Or if you can look at the bars, it is clear that this is the first highest. Here you have a highest number of employees who got promoted in company A as well as in company B, and if you look at this one, this is looking like the second highest, right? If you are not able to find it out just by looking at it, better you write down the sums and then you find it out. Otherwise it is clear from here, right? So what is the answer here? This one. So this is the first highest and this is the second highest, right? So 5.5 plus 6. So I think it is 11.5k. Okay, so 11,500. Okay, now let's see this question. In which year the percentage increase in the number of employees who got promoted is highest compared to the previous year? Which means now we have to find out what is the percentage increase for every year compared to the last year, and then we have to find out for which year it is highest. Okay, therefore now if you look at 2002, what is the percentage increase compared to the previous year? Since there is no previous year, we need not compute anything from this. And now if you look at 2003, we have to find out what is the percentage increase in the number of promotions compared to the number of promotions in the previous year. From the bar graphs, it is clear that definitely the percentage has increased, right? Now what is that percent? So in order to find out that percent, since you are comparing with the previous year, in the denominator you are going to get the previous year, and the difference between these two is going to be in the numerator, and you have to multiply with 100, right? So now just add these two, 3.5 and 4. So I am talking about year 2003. Now what is the percentage increase in the year 2003 compared to the year 2002? Therefore you add these two. So this is the total number in the year 2003, which happens to be 7.5k. From that you subtract the previous year's promotions, which is 2 plus 3.5 means 5.5k. And since you are comparing with the previous year, in the denominator it is going to be 5.5k, right? So into 100. Now you are going to get 36.36%. Got it? And similarly you have to do the same thing for 2004. Now you are going to compare 2004 values with 2003. Therefore for 2004 you find out what is the total for 2004. It is 9k minus previous year. So previous year is 3.5 plus 4, which means 7.5k divided by previous year. Previous year means 7.5k, right, into 100. Now you are going to get it as 20%. right? And now for 2005, again there is an increase, isn't it? So if you want to find out what is the percentage increase in year 2005 compared to 2004, find out its total value, which is 11.5k minus 9k divided by 9k into 100. So this number happens to be 27.78%, right? And now if you look at 2006, from 2005 to 2006 there is actually a decrease, right? Therefore you need not consider it. We just want to find out the second highest increase, isn't it? Right? Oh no, the highest increase, right? Therefore if you are talking about only increase, you need not take the decrease at all. So we are not considering for 2006, we directly go for 2007. Now for 2007, just see this, the total is here 13.5 compared to 2006. Here it is 9k divided by 9k, I think it is 12.5, right? So this value is going to be 38.89%. Okay, so now if you observe it, the highest increase is in year 2007 compared to previous year. Got it? Therefore the answer is 2007. Okay, this is the answer. Fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is, we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.